Can you feel it? I mean, the air just crackles with anticipation.
Oh, absolutely. Tonight is massive.
Tonight, one Western Conference powerhouse, they rise, and the other faces that bitter sting of defeat. We're talking about a Game 7 for the ages. Oklahoma City Thunder versus the reigning champs, the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander against Nikola Jokić. Wow.
Exactly. Shai, that lightning-quick force, you know, the future locking horns with Jokić, the masterful conductor of the court. One game decides everything.
Everything. Seasons on the line.
So let me ask you this right off the bat. What single moment do you think will define which team moves on tonight? We're going to unpack everything you need to know before this pivotal clash.
Well, what makes this matchup so compelling, I think, is that stark contrast. You've got the styles, the weight of expectations on both sides. It's huge.
Right.
This isn't just about who wins tonight. It's really about the narratives, you know, the stories that get written after this.
Absolutely. This Game 7, it's not just another tick on the playoff bracket. People are framing it as like a potential turning point for the whole league. We've seen it called a battle for the present and the future, a war of generations colliding right here, right now.
It really feels like that.
Think about it. A young, hungry Thunder team, they're right on the cusp of something special, versus this seasoned Nugget squad desperate, you know, to defend their crown. So what kind of like seismic shift do you think a Thunder victory tonight could send through the NBA?
Well, a Thunder win, it definitely signals the arrival, right?
Yeah.
A new contender in the West validates their whole rapid ascent and Shai's superstar status, no question.
Yeah.
But conversely, you know, a Nuggets victory, that just reaffirms the staying power of the champs. Jokic's continued dominance, the stakes, they really go beyond just this series.
And speaking of stakes, I mean, they couldn't be higher, could they?
Nope, not at all.
For Oklahoma City, this is a chance, their first chance, to reach the conference finals in a decade. 10 years.
10 years. That's a long time.
That's an eternity in the NBA landscape. And for Shai, it's an opportunity to really, you know, cement his place among the NBA's elite. Imagine the headlines if he leads this young team through.
Indeed. And for the Nuggets, the pressure is just immense. As defending champions, I mean, a Game 7 loss on the road, that would be a significant blow.
Huge.
It would raise questions, you know, about their ability to repeat, maybe open the door for other teams in the West. And for Jokić, look, he's achieved incredible individual success, obviously, but another deep playoff run that solidifies his legacy even further.
Okay. Now there's this buzz around the game, right? Some people are saying it could be the loudest Game 7 in NBA history. That OKC crowd. They are known for their passion.
Oh, yeah.
So what do you believe contributes to a truly electrifying Game 7 atmosphere? One that can actually, like, impact the game itself.
I think it's that palpable tension, you know, the understanding that every single possession matters, combined with just the raw emotion of a home crowd desperate for their team to win.
Yep.
That energy, it can be infectious. It gives the home team that extra boost, maybe unsettles the opposition a bit. It's a unique environment where the fans, they almost become like an active participant.
Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty then, the matchups that could decide this thing. First up, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander against Jamal Murray.
Ooh, good one.
This feels like a duel, doesn't it? Two incredible scoring guards, especially in those crucial fourth quarter moments. When you think about their styles, Shai's relentless drives, Murray's shot making, which approach do you think tends to be more effective when the pressure is absolutely maxed out into Game 7?
Well, both have the potential to be game changers, obviously. Shai's ability to just consistently get to the free throw line, that can be a major advantage in a close game, right? For scoring, sure, but also putting pressure on the Nuggets' D.
Right, foul trouble.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But Murray's capacity to hit those tough contested shots, I mean, that can shift momentum in an instant. It might just come down to which player can, you know, maintain their efficiency and composure under that intense defensive pressure.
Then we've got that really intriguing battle down low. Chet Holmgren, the talented rookie, against Nikola Jokić, a multi-time MVP.
Yeah, the ultimate test for Chet.
How do you see Holmgren's unique blend, that size and agility, trying to contend with Jokic's just unparalleled skill and experience in the paint? Where could Holmgren maybe find an edge, if anywhere?
But look, it's a daunting task for any player to guard Jokić, let's be clear.
Sure.
Holmgren's length, his shot-blocking instincts, they could disrupt some passing lanes, maybe force Jokić into some tougher shots. But Jokic's basketball IQ, his vast array of post moves, That's going to constantly test Holmgren's defensive discipline, his stamina.
Staying out of foul trouble is huge for him.
Absolutely crucial. For Holmgren to stay on the floor and have any chance of impacting that matchup, he has to avoid those cheap fouls.
Okay, shifting to the broader team dynamics now. It's often framed, isn't it, as OKC's youthful speed and athleticism against Denver's, well, tried and tested championship experience.
The classic matchup narrative.
Right. So in a winner-take-all Game 7 scenario, do you believe that energy, that pace of a younger team, can it really overcome the poise and the know-how of seasoned champions? Are there, like, historical trends that might give us a hint?
Well, history definitely shows that experience in these high-stakes games, it can be invaluable. The Nuggets, they've been through these battles before. They understand the nuances of a Game 7.
Mm-hmm.
However, the Thunder's relentless energy, that can create opportunities, right? Fast break points, forcing turnovers. If they can maintain their defensive intensity and execute in transition, that youthful exuberance, it could be a decisive factor. It's a real clash of styles.
Let's talk X factors then. Those potential wild cards, the players who could surprise us. For OKC, Jalen Williams, J-Dub, he's been highlighted. Someone who can maybe explode for a big scoring night, maybe 25 plus.
Yeah, he's capable.
Beyond just points, though, what kind of unexpected contributions from, say, role players often swing these critical games?
Yeah, sometimes it's a player who isn't really known for scoring, suddenly just finding their shooting touch, gets hot from three.
Right.
Other times, it's a defensive player, maybe coming up with a couple crucial steals or blocks in key moments. In a Game 7, with so much focus on the stars, a significant contribution from an unexpected source can completely change the complexion of the game. It provides that vital lift.
And for Denver, Aaron Gordon's defense, specifically on Shai, is being talked about as absolutely crucial.
A key assignment.
How significantly can one player's individual defensive assignment really impact the overall outcome of a game of this magnitude?
Yeah.
Can it truly be a game changer?
Oh, absolutely. 100%. If Gordon can effectively limit Shai, maybe not stop him, but limit him, make him work incredibly hard for every single point, it doesn't just help the Nuggets defensively, it can also frustrate Shai, maybe disrupt the Thunder's entire offensive flow.
Right.
A really strong defensive performance on a star player like that can be just as impactful as, someone having a big scoring night on the other end. It's huge.
Okay, so let's circle back one last time to that home court advantage. With all of this anticipation, maybe a record-breakingly loud atmosphere in OKC, how much of a tangible advantage do you think that energy really provides in a decisive Game 7?
Well, home court advantage in the playoffs is always significant, right? It provides a psychological boost, sure, maybe even influences the officiating slightly, some argue. But in a Game 7, that energy is just amplified. It can fuel runs, it can rattle the opposition, it creates this sense of momentum that's hard to quantify, but it's undeniably impactful. You feel it.
Okay, so as we stand right here on the brink of this incredible Game 7, what's one bold prediction you have for tonight's showdown? Something that might surprise people.
Okay, bold prediction. I think we'll see a significant scoring run from a non-star player in the fourth quarter, someone who hasn't really been the focus of all the pregame talk. And that run will be instrumental, maybe even the deciding factor in who wins.
Ooh, that's intriguing. Like a Gary Trent Jr. type moment from the past, maybe.
Exactly. Someone steps up unexpectedly.
All right. So, with the stage set for this potentially legendary Game 7 between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Denver Nuggets, we've heard predictions. Shai may be going for 40. Jokić potentially getting a triple-double, but maybe it's not enough. What single-player moment do you think will ultimately decide who advances?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Could be anything. A steal, a block, a clutch shot.
Let us know in the comments what you think. And hey, if you found this deep dive into the pregame insights, the matchups, the potential game changers helpful, make sure to like and subscribe for more in-depth NBA analysis.
Yeah, we'd appreciate that.
We are definitely on the edge of our seats to see how this one unfolds tonight. It's going to be something.
Can't wait. Should be a classic.